Well, he's gone and done it now, hasn't he, ladies and gents? Old Prime Minister Keir Starmer has crossed the wrong people, and these people are not to be trifled with. That's right, after a few years of thinking really hard, he has finally figured out what a woman is. Now, before any woke Google operator, any blue-haired person sitting behind the desk monitoring these channels in Google and YouTube decide to remove this video, let me just tell you, this is the UK. The definition of a woman here in the UK, thanks to the Supreme Court judges, law lords, is adult female human. And that's it. Not me. It's the courts. It's them you should be haranguing. I'm just the messenger here. But that's the legal definition now of a woman here in the United Kingdom. It's the law. So if you delete this channel, this video because of that, then you're breaking the law. Right, quick edit here. The ECHR will overturn this decision. That's a given. The European Court of Human Rights, they will overturn the British Supreme Court's decision of the definition of woman, because they will. Because the trans community is a minority, and minorities usually, they win when it comes to big, massive appeals like this. They're arguing it's against their human rights, and they'll win. All right, so this isn't so much a victory for women. It's a short-term thing. It'll be overturned, you know it. All right, anyway, back to the video. And it's thanks to the Supreme Court's decision, and it's taken this for Keir Starmer to figure out what a woman is. Remember, a few years ago on LBC's The Home of Left-Wing Bigotry, Nick Ferrari morning show, he was asked by Nick Ferrari, Keir Starmer, what is a woman? And he couldn't answer. He sat there, coughed, sputtered, stuttered, and he couldn't tell Nick Ferrari what a woman is, or was, back then. You know, the guy wanted to become Prime Minister, so he was desperate for the trans community votes. That's why I think he hesitated. But now, according to him, because of the Supreme Court's decision a few weeks ago, he can now say what a woman is, legally here in the UK. How daft is that? And yes, this community, the trans lobby, is not to be trifled with. They are powerful. They can be quite militant. They've had people sacked. They've had social media accounts removed. They can be quite nasty. Look what's happening to J.K. Rowling at the moment. They've not made her life hell. She's a multi-billionaire, but they're trying their best. And it says a lot about a lobby or a community when they try to stop you speaking or criticising them. But, you know, that's just my opinion. And this is how powerful the community is, all right? They had a piss-in in Parliament Square a few days ago over Easter, where a big, massive group of them got into Parliament Square. They had these rather offensive plaques calling for the deaths of TERFs, which stands for Trans Equality. No, I don't know what TERF means. I don't care. But it's people who deny the existence of trans people, I do believe. Correct me in the comments. Anyway, they had these plaques up calling for the deaths of people who criticised them. They got away with that. Some of them did piss in Parliament Square. They got away with that. Some of them defaced statues in Parliament Square. They got away with that. Where were the police? Why weren't the police making arrests? There was a drunk fella who took a call of nature next to the memorial of a murdered police officer. He was carted off, jailed, of course. You know, I remember being in Parliament Square during Tommy Robinson and other speakers in front of that video stage they had. And they had pairs of officers everywhere. Literally, you couldn't move for the police. But when it comes to the trans protesters and they're calling for the violent deaths of people committing crimes such as pissing, that is a public order offence, a public decency even. There'd be kids there seeing that, and you've got your out and you're doing that. It's morally wrong. It really is morally wrong. Protect our kids at all costs. That's what I say. They had these plaques, they were doing that, defacing statues, all crimes, and no arrests. Yet the police had the faces of people they wanted to speak to. When it came to Tommy Robinson patriotic protests, what gives? You tell me. But yeah, Keir Starmer finally deciding or figuring what a woman is, thanks to the Supreme Court's decision here. It's going to anger the trans lobbyists and they're going to come for him. It's that simple. It may be them that finally brings him down, and good for them. That's what I say. I want that guy gone, don't you? But it's like Keir Starmer can't really think for himself, can he? He had to wait for a court's decision to define what we already know. It should tell you everything about the fella, really. What a fool. He really is a fool. He is an auton, a robotic. He's a Dalek, isn't he? There's nothing in the eyes. He's like a shark. A shark swims to the open. It pisses, shits, eats, and that's it. And the eyes are just dead. There's nothing there. It's the same with Keir Starmer. It's just Marxism, politics, and corruption. And there's nothing. It's dead. Eyes are dead. There's no soul, no character. Even when he smiles, there's just no life there, is there? Nothing whatsoever. Anyway, I digress. I don't like the fella. I think you know that. Anyway, there we go. I'm Paz49. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments as usual. And I'll catch you at the next one. Roger Trout.